Good afternoon. Today I have 4 items. The first one is another shirt. This is the green, actually it's one of my more favorite ones, from Marzocco. Back there in last May, we were at my son and I, at the Espresso Academy for a week in Florence, Italy. And I kept asking him, I said, is there any manufacturers there? And they said, yeah, there's this company called Marzocco. I'm like, who the heck is that? Never heard of them. So we got to go visit the factory. Now, let's talk about that. You're not going to the factory. What happened is around 23 years ago, they had 40 employees in this one small building. Over time, I think like 10 years later, they're up to over 400. Now they're over 800 employees. So they took the original building and they created a terrarium, I don't know, it's a beautiful, probably 50, 60 foot square with glass enclosures, environment to grow coffee plants, things like that. Really cool. But they moved the factory out of that building about a mile and a half away and into a much more bigger place. And there's a video online that's pretty cool. It has a walkthrough of some of the new building. But you could go through the building. We were in the original factory and you could see where they did the R&D, design, development, things like that. And they have a restaurant in there and a coffee bar plus classes. So if you look through there, you can online, you can see videos and pictures of the building, walkthroughs, stuff like that. But you can get a tour through the building about the history of coffee, how back in the 1800s, tens of thousands of Italians went to Brazil to help harvest all of these coffee plants on the plantations there. It's really neat. Now, I don't get paid for any of this stuff. I pay cash. So that's the first thing out of there. I didn't get on the train for this company until probably May. And what started it for me was this. In Florence, went to a restaurant, got a cappuccino, and it was really sour and it was horrible. Looking at the steam wand, there was a thing about this big in a teardrop that was white. And the woman would pull a shot, do the steaming, never wipe the wand off, and it was all the caked on milk. Didn't know, didn't care. And it was horrible. As we went to different cafes over a week and a half, 11 days, and we went to different coffee places, the coffees were better, but they weren't very good. And when I talked to the Espresso Cafe people, they said the same thing. They said at the Academy, they said coffees in Florence for the most part aren't very good. So to take that, we went into the Marzocco. The first cappuccino I had there, I could actually taste the flavor of the bean. It wasn't sour, it wasn't bitter, it wasn't anything but the bean. And I really was kind of surprised. So I was thinking, maybe they put something in there or whatever, because it was a taste I wasn't used to. Ordered another one. And I saw the equipment they were using, and it was Swan grinders with they have a really large bank for pulling shots, and each head is a different style head, including the levers and everything else. But it was the same. Perfect. To me anyway, it was the flavor of the bean. Absolutely loved it. Sold me. We got to spend around a half hour playing with, touching the equipment, pulling shots if we wanted, and asking questions of an engineer, asking questions of people that work there, asking questions of people that actually pulled the shot for you. And we got to go and see what the roasters were they used for their research, things like that. But that's what sold me. They didn't hide anything that we could see. And that's what kind of got me into this adventure for La Marzocco. So the other issue we ran into was that you really couldn't see the stuff. The item descriptions weren't very good. The black terry cloth towels, what are they? Well, the way it makes it sound like in the shop in Florence, you're paying 35 euros for one. Well, I'm thinking, well, how big is it? How small is it? Is it, that's a lot of money for one towel. Lacked a lot of information. Came back to the US, and we're going to open this together. This is the terry cloth. In the US, if you buy it here, they're $30, and what you get is you get 3, not 1. I've bought them before, and I mean, look at this. They're just incredibly well. They're incredibly well packed, and again, terry cloth set. I bought 3 others. I liked them so much, I ended up buying, I have a total of 9 now. But this is what they look like. This is the size. Again, you've got 3 of them. And as a note, it does say, machine wash separately in cold water. Use mild detergent, don't bleach, tumble dry low. 100% cotton. Made in China. Stuff you won't see anywhere else on the website or whatever. I put them through with my clothes. I don't care. At 10 bucks a piece, I didn't care. So as they sit in your hand, they're thick. They're just feel insanely durable. But once washed, they're just so soft, and they're wonderful. So item number 1. This is towel set, and I don't actually see a model number on here, so I can't tell you what that is. Don't know. Next item. This is dosing cup. So basically, this will actually fit. The portafilter goes right on here. You flip it upside down, and it'll empty into your portafilter perfectly. As you can see, it's tapered inside so that once the shot goes in there, it isn't just going to splatter out and go everywhere. It does have the name in front. It has a little bit of weight, but not a whole lot of weight. Stainless steel. That's what that is. Well worth the money. Next item. This is the knock box. It's 150 bucks. What they've done is they've welded it in the corners. Very durable. And it's not going anywhere. And it'll hold a lot of shots in here. So as you can see, it just sits right in the box, comes right out, so it makes it very easy to clean. On the box itself, again, you have the name, all the corners. The thing also has these rubber pads on it so that when it sits and you're hitting on it, it's not going to sit there and go and slam because wood into your countertop. For a home enthusiast, I thought it was a really good idea. Now, so you're aware, when I bought my Mini about two and a half months ago, when I bought my Swan, I got this free. And like I said, this is probably my more favorite shirt from them. 30 euros. I wish you could buy this stuff in the US. I can't find it at the store. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I've got the Swan. Tomorrow I have a second connected scale coming. So I have one for the Mini, one for the Swan. I'm not happy with the setup that they give you with the Swan. I'm thinking I might do a quick video on that. I am not really a reviewer. I'm just a user, home enthusiast that likes to play with this stuff and enjoy a good coffee. So question